I, 18F, and Francis, 17M, started going out about 5 months ago. Francis and I met in school through some friends. He was very strict with himself in the beginning. He is a very honest and sweet guy. I made it very clear from the start that I didn't want anything serious. Not because of him, but more of a personal decision. Over time, as we grew closer, he started telling me little by little about his family situation. They are a family of 6 and moved to the US about 10 months ago from South America. His parents are very verbally abusive toward him and his siblings, to the point that every disagreement would turn into a huge fight. His father would turn physical on him for the smallest mistake. He would get punished for his siblings' actions. Because of this and some other situations, he developed severe anxiety and depression. He has a therapist and a psychiatrist appointment every week. He takes medication every day. Overall, he is a sweet guy who's had a very shy life. He is very mature and aware of his age. I saw myself personally reflected in him, as I also had some experience with abuse. It started to turn into a bit more than a hookup for me. We both grew fond of each other, and I started to like him. Knowing what the agreement was, I drifted away for a couple of weeks in order to make the feeling go away. Well, over those weeks, he decided to tell me that he liked me. We both agreed that although I didn't want anything serious, we would keep getting to know each other, and he proposed we be exclusive, which I answered with an "I'll think about it." I have been single for over a year, and I actually love it. I feel absolutely no rush to get a boyfriend. I feel happy and content just as I am. Although I like him, that wasn't enough for me to decide to go into it, as I'm extremely picky about who I become exclusive with. I see it as a commitment I don't have to take on right now. Over the course of the relationship, I started to notice some patterns. He is a hermit, he doesn't have many friends, and he lives a family life. All day at home with his siblings every day. As he was new to the country, I started inviting him to my friends' hangouts. We are a group of 6, and we all work and study. Just like any teens, we meet up at someone's house and pick up from there. Maybe we'll end up at the beach or maybe at a McDonald's at 4 a.m. We never know, but that's the fun of it. The problem lies in that he has no car, and we live in a big city with poor public transportation. Well, sometimes his parents wouldn't give him permission to move from the place he was dropped off at, or would let him go out but only if we picked him up within 10 to 20 minutes, he lives 40 minutes away, or we would want to go eat and he would have no money in his bank account. Which we had no problem paying for him a couple of times, yet it became a recurring occasion. On a specific occasion, we came out of a school event and planned to go eat as we were all hungry, and he said his parents changed their minds and needed him home right now. We took the 40-minute trip only to get there and be kicked out within less than an hour. His mom kept yelling at us, being unwelcoming, so we left. On a more recent occasion, we had agreed to hang out during the morning, but as I woke up, I got offered a small gig during the day, which I was in no position to refuse because I currently have no stable job. I told him I had to cancel due to work, and he said, "Please no, I already woke my parents up." I tried to explain the situation to him, and I got hit with, if I make plans with someone, I set time aside in my day for them. I told my dad, and he laughed in my face. Imagine the shame. Every time I try to hint that he should get a job, I get, "Yeah, I heard Trader Joe's is hiring." He said that for over a month. He went a month and a half after he saw the ad, and of course, they weren't hiring anymore. He's never had a job in his life, and all he wants is to move out of his house, according to him. I personally have no problem paying for someone, but it happens so often that I start to wonder if it will be like that the entire time. Also, I can't work at the moment due to a problem with my legal status, so I am currently living off my savings and am in no position to be paying for someone other than myself at the moment. I feel that if he really had the will to move out and look for a better future, he could have found a job already. I don't care about the money as long as he is a hard worker. Remember me saying I didn't want anything serious? Well, the last time we hung out, I was waiting for him inside my car, and he got dropped off right next to me, got off the car, and handed me flowers and chocolates in front of his family that was in the car. When we were alone, I tried to make it clear that it was not what I wanted, but I also didn't want to be ungrateful. I tried breaking it off or at least making it less serious, and his response was, "Yeah, everything you're telling me, you already told me." I told him that I did not want to be exclusive, and he started crying. I explained that it was not because I wanted to get with other people, but because I don't like to tie myself to anybody. I said, "It's not because I already have someone in line," to which he replied, "Let's be honest, you do." Which was hurtful, firstly because I honestly don't, and secondly because he thinks that low of me. He wants to meet up again to talk, but I feel like I already told him everything I needed. The guilt is killing me. Please tell me, kindly, Reddit, am I the asshole?